let me tell you, AKA Powders, when you absorb as much as I do, and this is the film buff talking to you. I'm talking when you absorb as much streaming, movies, comic books, novels, live streams, old TV shows, new TV. It's endless, and you're constantly digging. You're just always digging for things. Dead Money. As soon as it popped up on my Hulu feed, I said, "Why haven't I seen this title before?" Because it's such a good title for a movie. It says everything we need to know, and every once in a while I get grabbed. Now we have Emile Hirsch. I am a little bit of a fanboy of his. I think there's nothing he's not good in. So it's time to talk about it. Let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take 1.
Action!
Guys, girls, cats and dogs, giraffes and rhinos, welcome back to the show of shows. Peter A. DeLuca here. I'm coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. I call myself the Film Buff. No one ever looked at me and they said, "Pete, you like movies and you're buff. You are a true film buff." No one's ever said that, but we do work out nearly every single day. Now, confession, I've been on a little bit of a skid. I'm working out maybe twice a week now. Just did a trip to Florida. Very disappointed that the resort I was in St. Pete got hit by the hurricanes. So the hurricanes so hard that the gym part of this resort was gone. Like they just never reopened it. They're still working on it. And then I end up in this other facility. And yeah, we're now a little bit more towards center of Florida at this point. But it's a retirement community. It's a family community type place. Well, they have a giant community center. How many times can I say community? But they had a amazing gym. So I get there, check out the gym. There for 2 days. I get excited, play some pickleball, get my ass guys, I don't know what happened. I play my heart out. I every single shot I try, and I still can't do it. I'm not yet a pickleball champion, but maybe someday. Maybe it's just my coordination just stinks. Play some pickleball, go to work out, and the gym is getting cleaned. And it gets cleaned all the way into the next day. And then my third day, my departure day, a storm hit. A pretty bad storm. And had to actually go to the airport hours before before I was intending. So, even that third day there just got completely washed and gone. But yeah, I try and work out. Long story short, my AKA Patters, I tried to work out but couldn't, and my life is so hard. So, here we go. Movies like this. We have our director letting our actresses get away with some bad acting. I just have to say. India, Eisley, and who is our other girl? I do not have her. Jocelyn Hoodin. These are our two focal girls. Everyone else in this movie, I feel, does not need much direction. And it's hard to know when this is happening sometimes when you're watching the movie. Some actors and actresses, they have this natural thing going where you think they're just showing up on set and yabbering. And when things don't hit, when lines don't hit, when emotion doesn't emote, we see it, we smell it, we blame it on the actor or actress. We never blame it on the director. And we have to say, well, we have a movie with performances that go in one direction. Like, for example, in this movie, we have one of the most fantastic runs of character actors I've ever seen. Jackie Earle Haley. You guys know I love Watchmen. I love him also as Freddy Krueger. I think everything he's in is amazing. We have Rory Culkin. Amazing. Macaulay Culkin, right? Rory Culkin. Amazing. We have Peter Facinelli. We know him from Can't Hardly Wait. He's good. So we get this cast. Everyone's a character. Everyone's acting. As the young kids like to say, they're chewing up their scenery. But then the girls, Jocelyn Houden, India, Eisley, they kind of fall flat. Is it the set? Is it something else? Is it when we see these two girls, we don't have time to shoot? There's a ton of things that happen when we get performances like this, and we don't know. And that's what I love about being a moviegoer, a film goer. This movie's a full recommendation. It's a full recommendation on two things. This is a movie that is clearly inspired by Rounders. Rounders, to me, is my generation's Hustler. If we added something like Mark Wahlberg's The Big Hit, if we added something like Lucky Number 11, or even recently, within a few years, Bullet Train, we get Dead Money. Dead Money is this crime. I call it escalating crime, where the plot escalates, people die, alliances are destroyed, there's new alliances formed, and along the way we kind of have this spiral. I love movies like this. I love movies that just that sink into a hole. And everyone in this movie is not a good person. These are pieces of crap. The whole movie revolves around gambling. That's why I said Rounders. It's betting. It's poker. We have really good voiceovers by Emile Hirsch that are informative. They help us track the game. We know the stakes. It pays off in the beginning, and it pays off big at the end. All the poker scenes on this movie are shot and performed and edited a certain way. And I say editing because that's the only way you make a poker game interesting when it comes to film going. You have to have strong editing. You really do. Otherwise, what is poker? And we're there. We want Emile Hirsch to win at the end. Now, he's playing a little bit of a character that cannot stop. He wants to gamble. He wants to bet. He likes the rush. He doesn't look at it as a job. And he has this moment where, and I believe, I didn't look it up, but I think there's real professional poker players littered throughout this movie. The professional poker player that he talks to in this movie, that's just, a guy at a table. He says, look, he goes, I just try and win. I always like the money, but I like to win. And Emile Hirsch's character is, it's like, well, yeah, but what about the rush? Like, what about the feeling of it? And the guy just essentially walks away, showing that there's a clear difference between why these two people play. While Emile Hirsch's character will always bet big, and when you bet big, you lose big. These are betting movie tropes that I absolutely love. We see this in The Color of Money. But this movie has a fantastic crime element. This movie has a fantastic corrupted police element. Jackie Earle Haley plays one incredible sociopath in this movie. You just want to watch more of him. I love movies like this where every character is a character and you want to soak it in. You want more and more and more and more. Now, does Dead Money flow to the point where you cannot get up or you cannot not look away? You have to hold your pee. You cannot go to the bathroom. You're hungry. You're going to have to wait until the movie's over to eat. This movie does not hit those marks, but to me, it is largely entertaining as a film goer. A big shout out to our director. Let's get this guy's name. Here we go. Luc Walpoth. Wow. Walpoth. His last name is Walpoth. Walpoth. This dude put together a hell of a film. Our writer, Josh Wilcox. Always bet on the Wilcox. We have a good script. We have a great production. This movie, you can tell, is bare bones. It's limited environments. A lot of it looks like a studio or warehouse backlot. It doesn't matter. Now, I don't know what the rest of the world, what the internet is saying about this movie. This movie too even reminds me of Mark Wahlberg was in a remake of a movie called The Gambler, which originally, I believe, starred James Caan. That movie too, underrated, fantastic movie. Mississippi Grind? It's a Ryan Reynolds movie. That movie's fantastic. This one, we have those movies that are more dramatic, that are more like heavy hitting. This is those movies in my eyes. I mean, it really is like The Color of Money with cards instead of pool, with a fantastic crime element. And yeah, and what's the crime element? It's the bag. People have to get the bag. A guy needs the bag to give the bag to another guy so that he doesn't get killed, and the whole thing escalates. And I love it. All right, AKAPADers, full recommendation for Dead Money.
Okay, that's a wrap.